The whole world seems to think that the market's a chip, but it's actually more close to a marketing tip. It's the thing that gets these young broads to stripping, the same reason that they put disgusting shit on their lips. Of course I'm talking about the mark of the beast. It's the reason why we stopped keeping the feast. It was multiplied in the time of Alexander the Greek. It's the thing that makes this country complete. This nation of hatred called Babylon the Great was created by racist Freemasons just so they could get away from Great Britain and so-called taxation, but they just wanted to see how much money they could make. Not only were they trying to gather as much wealth as they could, they were also worried about their own health. Not only were they trying to help themselves, they wanted to make the Israelites' lives a living hell. As they came through this so-called new land, they would rape the woman as they killed the man, giving children the mark. And I ain't talking about implants, I'm talking about the life of sin and sinister plans. After that, without wages, they employed Israelites. They made the girls harlots and breeders out of the boys. Now one of the only things that gives me joy is that through Christ and the Most High, this place will be destroyed. Destruction is coming. Destruction is coming. I know it's something most people can't stomach, but there's only one way to turn away from it. It's to turn away from all things unclean. Don't even touch it. This is just a warning of his judgment. 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 Now I'll turn to a different complex. Now that you don't care about material objects, I know that you haven't cleansed your mind yet, but I'ma talk about the mark of God, which is not so obvious. Now I'll turn to a different complex. Now that you don't care about material objects, I know that you haven't cleansed your minds yet, but I'ma talk about the mark of God, which is not so obvious. The mark of the Most High is far less talked about than the mark of the beast, but it's far more profound. When he says the angels will seal it in our foreheads, he's not saying that they'll come in our houses. He's talking about when his people wake up and start being devout, it will happen first with the elect, or 144,000. First with the elect, or 144,000. Verses 12,000 of the tribe of Judah, which is the American blacks. Don't be confused. The ones who say that the Jews aren't really the Jews. The whole world is trying to lie to you. What else is new? Not how they trying to scare you through the news, or how to use pharmaceuticals to make you blue. But after the real Jews, it's the Seminole Indians, or the tribe of Reuben. Other Native Americans, don't get mad because you're up next. You're the tribe of Gad. Then it's Asher, which is Colombia to Uruguay. They were called Incas back in the day. After that it's Naphtali, which is Argentina and Chile. Then it's Cubans, who are Manasseh in the Caribbean Sea. Then it's Simeon, who are Dominicans, and Levites, Haitians, become holy men again. Next are Mexicans, who are Issachar and Zebulon, Guatemala to Panama. After that comes Ephraim, who are Puerto Ricans. Then the West Indian blacks, who are Benjamin. It's time to wake up and start keeping the commandments. And you gotta understand that I ain't just talking about the 10 that everybody talks about every now and then. All 614 in our lives every day. We're supposed to talk about them with our families in every way. When we wake up in the morning and go to sleep at night, we can't forget to come back to life. Israelites reunite. Israelites reunite. Israelites reunite. Israelites reunite.